Welcome back to another episode of our NHL 20 Franchise Mode series with the California Misfits. I am the final night, Errant. Thank you so much for checking us out. We're about to start the Year 3 playoffs with the Vancouver Canucks facing off against the California Misfits. It's going to be an interesting first round of the playoffs. Let's take a quick look one last time at the lines so that you know who we're going up against. Vancouver. All right, Ferland, Pettersson, and Besser on that first line. Kelly, Horvat, Carlson on the second line. Kelly, viewer-created player, 6'5" left winger, sniper. He is going to be something that we have to be very, very careful with. Olsen, JT Miller, and Gaudette on the third line. Roussel, Bugstad, and Nordstrom on the fourth line. On the blue line for Vancouver, you've got Quentin Hughes and Tyler Myers as the top pairing. And you've got Scandella and Hjolivi. You've got Zadorov and Kulak on the third pairing. Between the pipes for Vancouver is most likely going to be Thatcher Demko. They have Markstrom as a backup. We'll have to keep an eye on which one they play. I'm almost positive it's going to end up being Thatcher Demko. Mott, Vertanen, and Godolbin are their scratch players. That's a pretty decent set of scratch players. But they don't have any backup defensemen. So that is something to keep an eye on. Maybe we can knock one of these defensemen out. That would be good. Not that we'd want to hurt anybody, but we definitely want to see if we can find a way to put a little pressure on them, make it a little more difficult for them to keep up with us. All right, so there's a look at the Vancouver Canucks. Let's take a very quick look at our team. Comparative, we've got Forsberg, Galchenyuk, and Jost on that first line. Their first line's better than our first line. It's just flat out better. Those two 90s, 90-pluses are going to just absolutely give this first line all sorts of trouble that hopefully Forsberg and Galchenyuk will be up to the challenge to face. Then we've got McGillney, Granlund, and Guryanov on the second line. Guryanov, a little bit low, but we're hoping that this line can really turn it up, and we will see if that is the case. Third line, Cirelli, Kyrou, and Simone, and this line's a little bit weak with Simone there. We do have a player that is injured. We are missing Forsbacka Carlson, and hopefully JFK will be back as soon as possible. Then our fourth line, we have Lawton, McCann, and Sissons. Very comparable to their fourth line in terms of overalls. We'll just have to see how that goes. On our blue line, we've got Lievo and Schultz, very similar to their top pairing. And then we've got Makoshin and Vukojevic, and I think ours is slightly better with Makoshin and Vukojevic. And then our bottom pairing is much better at 80 overall each. So Karalate and Anderson, hopefully they stay nice and healthy. Everybody's okay, and then we will hopefully have a little bit of an advantage on the blue line compared to them. Between the pipes for us, we're going to have Holtby, and then Comrie will be backing him up. We were looking for big things out of Holtby this postseason. Hopefully he steps up to the challenge and shuts it all down, and we'll have some wins, but we will see. Starting right now, we're going to go ahead and sim up to the first game and jump right into things. Here we go. All right, first game against Vancouver is at home. We have home ice advantage here. We want to try to hold on to it. Let's see if we can do so. Let's get in and simulate the game. Go from there. Now, if the games are close, if they go to overtime, we will watch the overtime frame. If it is an elimination game, we will probably jump in around 5 minutes to go, 10 minutes to go if it is a close game. If it is a blowout, we're not going to do that. But that is kind of going to be the situation. And so far, it's a fairly slow start for both teams here in the first game of the playoffs. But California is going to get on the board first with Granlund scoring on Demko. Yes, Demko is in the net. Got a goal from Granlund at 6:12. Another power play near the end of the period comes up with nothing there. 9 shots for California, 6 shots for Vancouver. We go into the second period with a 1-goal lead. Here we go. All right, Vancouver's going to get a chance at a power play. And we're going to score in between power plays, it looks like. And finally, JT Miller is going to get one past Holtby there after we go up 2-0. So they cut the lead to 1 halfway through the game. And they are definitely outshooting us at this point. We need to get some shots on net if we're going to get back to a 2-goal difference. And that is going to tie it up. Gaudette is going to get a goal at 1:25 right before the end of the second period. And we're going into the final 20 minutes here tied up. Only 17 shots for Vancouver, 13 shots through 2 periods for California. We definitely need to find a way to get more shots on net. So not having Forsbacka Carlson is definitely, we can feel it right now. So hopefully he comes back soon. All right, here we go. Third and final regulation period is underway. There we go. Right off the bat, Forsberg's going to put one in on Demko. And then McGillney scores right away as well. Within the first 2 minutes of the third period, we've got ourselves a 2-goal lead, but they're going to cut into it with 15:45 left to play. 3-4. Vancouver has an opportunity there on the power play. That one doesn't go. Second opportunity doesn't go as we're dripping into the final few minutes left here in this game. Under 5 to go. Down to 3, 2, 1. And that is going to do it. California Misfits going to come away with game number 1 with 2 goals in the third from McGillney and Forsberg, first and second line. Very, very nice. Bukestad gets them back within an opportunity, but they can't quite get it done. 4 goals on 20 shots for California. That is pretty good shooting percentage. I like that a lot, and we'll just have to see if that continues to be the case against Thatcher Demko. Let's move on to game number 2. So pretty decent game number 1 right there. I'm pretty happy with it. We're going to simulate up to the next day. There we go. All right, let's go at it. Let's play the game, simulate. All right, here we go. Game 2. Underway. Let's see. We're going to need many more shots than we had last game. We only had a few shots there. Power play early for Vancouver, and they're going to score on it. McGillney, though, ties the game up just a few minutes later. So halfway through the period here, and we are tied 1-1. 8 shots apiece. Looking good. Can we get one more before the end of the period? It does not look like that's going to be the case. Going into the first intermission, the game is tied. Shots slightly in favor of Vancouver. McGillney, though, tying up the game at 12:43 left to play was a big goal right there. Pettersson scoring on Holtby. Got to make sure that doesn't start to get hot. Here we go. Second period. Second period underway. Another power play for Vancouver gets shut down. There's a power play opportunity for California. That gets shut down. Another power play for Vancouver. Nothing happening there. We're getting heavily outshot at this point. We're trying to get back into it here. Get those shots going. Come on, boys. Keep shooting the puck. There you go. Oh, and there it is. Kelly scores on Holtby. He breaks the tie. And there's another one. Brock Besser's going to score right before the end of the period. Wow, what a terrible last 5 minutes of that period. That was bad. We're down by 2 going into the final frame of regulation. This is not a good situation. At this point, last game, we had 4 goals. We only have 1 right now against Thatcher Demko. We need to find a way to put the puck in the net. Power play opportunity. Can we do it right here? No, we can't. Another power play for Vancouver. While we were taking a ton of penalties. Just taking an absolute ton of penalties. That is not good. We got to stop taking penalties, that's for sure. Halfway through the period here, and we are still down by 2. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to find a way to make it back into this game. 3-1 looks like it will be how this game ends, unless there is something crazy at the end, and it does not appear to be the case. That is how it will end. Vancouver wins. 40 shots, 3 of them go in. 1 goal for California on 28 shots. Yeah, Thatcher Demko had definitely a bounce-back game right there. So we split them at home, which now gives them the home ice advantage. That is not good. We need to definitely do the same. If not, win the next 2 outright in Vancouver. And it looks like Forsbacka Karlsson is fully healed and able to play. Let's get him back in. That's going to take Simone off. And Simone was a -2 player, so I am okay with that. I am okay with that. Forsbacka Karlsson. Let's get him back in there. Yes. And, yeah, we're going to run him. Yeah, it's fine. It's where he needs to be. That's where he needs to be. Is it? I'm going to put him over here. I'm going to run Cirelli over on the left. Forsbacka Karlsson on the yeah. Yeah, we're going to do that. All right, so Forsbacka Karlsson in there now. Hopefully that will help us out. And we'll see some positive things from that. We definitely need them. Here we go. Game number 3 in Vancouver. Series is tied 1-1. Let's get to it. First period underway. We need Forsbacka Karlsson to come out. Wow, first shot of the game. Besser's going to score on Holtby. 18 minutes left to play. Only 2 minutes in. Wow, come on. We want to see JFK putting some shots on net here. We're hoping that he can be the spark that really gets us going. But we're playing from behind here in Game 3. It's not a good place to be. And that's how the first period's going to end. 1-0 Vancouver. 13 shots for Vancouver, 8 shots for California. We're just not getting enough shots, that's for sure. Definitely not getting enough shots. Vancouver just having their way with us. As we approach the halfway point of this game, We are still down by 1. It is a close game. Can we get something on the power play here? That's a long power play. A lot of power play opportunity there, and none of it goes in for the California Misfits. And there's another goal with less than 2 minutes left to play. Bukestad's going to put one in. Now we're down by 2 going into the final 20 minutes, and Thatcher Demko just shutting us down. Absolutely shutting us down. Over the last, 5 periods, we've only scored 2 goals. 1 goal. 1 goal over 5 periods, that's not going to be good enough. We need to find a way to get more shots on him, to get more offense. We're going to have to go ahead and make some changes to the lines, I think. Yeah, we're just not getting enough shots on net. There's not a whole lot we can do here, but I think best lines is going to be what it's going to have to be. And that's how the game is going to end, with an empty net goal for Vancouver. They shut us out. 1 goal over 6 periods for the California Misfits is not good enough to advance through the first round. We're going to have to definitely find a way to pick it up. We had 4 goals in the first game, and then all of a sudden just 1 over the last 2. That is not something that is going to work for me. We're going to have to make some changes. So let's go ahead and see what they think the best line should be. All right, that's what they think the best line should be, which is sitting who? Forsbacka Karlsson. I don't like Simone playing, to be completely honest. I'd rather have Forsbacka Karlsson down there. So I am going to make that one change. I'm going to leave the rest of it the way it is. Yeah, I am going to have Forsbacka Karlsson down there. And yeah, that's fine. Lawton can take the draws. We're going to go ahead and give this a shot and see if maybe this works. It's not great, but it's something. It's a change. We're going to have to mix it up. We got to find a way to do something. Lievo, Mikoshin, Vukojevic, Schultz, Scarlatti, and Anderson. Yeah, that all makes sense. Oh, boy. All right, well, good luck to everybody. We're pretty much at a point where it's do or die now. We're down 2-1 in the series. We absolutely must win this next game just to get it tied. If we lose this next game, we're in all kinds of trouble. All right, here we go. Second game in Vancouver. Simulation underway. And here we go. Power play for California, and there we go. Kyrou putting in the power play goal. That's a good way to start. Gets an early lead, and then Karlsson's going to tie it up on their own power play. So even game right now, halfway through the first. We're definitely hanging with them on shots. That's better than what we've seen in the past. Now we're going to have to find a way to get in front of them, right? Second period, about to start. Game is tied. Shots are almost even. Here we go. Right off the bat, Jost is going to score on the power play. I love it. So power play clicking right now. There's a 5-on-4 power play for Vancouver. Doesn't go anywhere. And they're going to score even strength Ferland on Holtby. They're going to tie the game up halfway through the game. And Forsbacka Karlsson. There we go. We put Forsbacka Karlsson in, and he's going to score a goal, a big goal, late in the second to give us that 1-goal lead. Yeah, this is a much better situation for us. 3 goals for California through the first 2 periods, and 2 goals for Vancouver. We're going into the final 20 minutes of regulation with a 1-goal lead. Let's see if we can lock it down. It's going to be very interesting here. Power play, no good. Halfway through the period, still up by 1. We were out shooting them pretty heavily. Nobody is shooting the puck right now. It's just gone through a ton of, I'm not seeing any shots actually hitting the net. There we go. Finally a burst, and that is going to do it. End of the game, 3-2. We tie up the series, which was absolutely needed. And let's see if these best lines are going to be able to carry us through to 2 more victories. Let's go. McGillney, 4 games played. He's got 5 points. He's really leading the team right now. Back home to Oakland. We're going to take on the Vancouver Canucks in our house. Back to having home ice advantage, which is a good thing. We've got to make sure we win this game. This is a huge game for us to win, and Patterson's going to open up the goal scoring. But Forsberg's going to tie it right back up with a power play goal. Nice. That is 3 or 4 power play goals here in the last couple games. Karlsson's going to score even strength. That's unfortunate and not good. We're looking for anybody to help us tie up this game here. Before we get to the second, can we get a late one? Doesn't look like it's going to happen, and no, it does not. We're hanging with them in shots, but they are outscoring us right now. Hopefully letting in that goal. Those are tough goals to stop right there. Hopefully we can we can get one back early here in the second. Let's see what happens. All right, come on, California. Let's go. Misfits trying to find a way to put another puck in the net. 14 shots. Let's keep going. We can outshoot these guys. If we can outshoot these guys, we can get more goals. We just need to keep outshooting them. Oh, man, and they catch right back up. We get a little bit of a lead, and then they catch up, and then they take a lead on us. And that is going to do it. We're done with 2. We're down by 1. Final 20 minutes here in a clutch game. This is a big game. This gives somebody a decisive advantage in this series. We want to win game number 5 here. Let's see if we can get it done in the third and final period of regulation. All right, off the bat, Vancouver's going to get themselves a power play. That is not good for us. It is a long power play. Come on, boys. We've scored on the power play before. No good. We are hanging with them in shots. It's just we need to find a way to get one more goal. Under 10 minutes left to play. Pulling out all the stops right now. And no, we can't seem to get it done yet. 3 minutes left. Down to 2. Down to 1. And they're going to score an empty net goal for the win. And that is going to do it. 3-2. Vancouver takes that decisive game number 5. Now our back's against the wall. We've got 2 games left to play. One of them's in Vancouver. Now we've won here before, but this one is an absolute must-win. So if it is close with 10 minutes left to play, we will watch it. If it goes to overtime, we will watch it. Either way, it's an elimination game, so we're going to keep our eye close on this one. We need our guys to step up right now. This is where the rubber meets the road. We got to force a Game 7. We got to force a Game 7. Here we go. And we're underway. California Misfits. They're going to start the shooting. Yeah, back and forth, back and forth. There's an opportunity for the power play early. Nope. Halfway through the period, shots are slightly in favor of the California Misfits. There we go, all the way down to the final moments, and that is going to do it. First period, no scoring in the first. I think that might be a first for this series. No scoring in the first. That tells me it's going to be a tight, close game. All right, 13 shots for California, 9 shots for Vancouver. Hope he knows he needs to keep every single one of those out of the net if he can. We need some help for him from California, and right off the bat, Ferland's going to score. Wow, 24 seconds in, he's got a goal. Come on, guys. 20 shots, no goals. 21 shots, no goals. Thatcher Demko putting on an absolute clinic out there. 23 shots. Can we get to 25? 25 shots. Can we get to 26? There we go. And that is going to do it for 2 periods. 27 shots through 2 periods. Thatcher Demko stops every single one of them. Only 16 shots for Vancouver. They don't need to worry about scoring any more goals. Thatcher Demko's keeping everything out of the net. That's all they really need. All right, close game. If it stays this close, we're going to have to watch a little bit of it here. We need a massive goal here from California. And right off the bat, Quentin Hughes is going to stretch that lead out to 2. Can they get it done? They got to score 2 here in the final 10 minutes of play. Let's take a watch. We'll watch the last 10 minutes just to at least see a little bit of playoff hockey. And we'll go from there. All right, here we go. Final 10 minutes, down by 2. California, backs against the wall. Elimination game in Vancouver. Vancouver's going to win that draw. Here they come. Gets it to Miller. JT Miller takes it down into the corner. He's going to try to drop it off back, but Granlund picks it up. Gets it to Forsberg. Forsberg's going to charge through the neutral zone and over the line. He drops it to McGillney. McGillney takes it over, moves it back to the point. Anderson tries to do something with it, ends up getting bumped and loses the puck, and here comes Vancouver. Picked off by Anderson. He's going to go ahead and get that back to McGillney. McGillney just going to dump that puck down low. Kulak, he grabs it. He's going to take it, moves it up into the neutral zone to Olofsson. Olofsson gets wiped out. McGillney recovers the puck, and here we go. Anderson over the line. He's going to take it down into the corner, pulls up, gets it to the slot. Granlund with a shot, and he scores. Granlund from the slot. What a great shot. Cuts that lead to 1. There is life. There is life for the Misfits. Nice little move there by Granlund. Receives the pass on one side of the defenseman, draws it back to his forehand, and gets around the other defenseman who's just skating by. Screens Demko and gets the goal. Not a bad one. Not a bad one at all. We're going to need to find a way to get another goal here to tie this thing up if we want to see this go to overtime. 9 minutes to do it. Let's see if they can get it done. And the Misfits lose that face-off. Here comes Vancouver. Patterson with it now. He's going to drop that to Ferland. Ferland, he's going to drop it back to the point. Tries to get it back to Ferland. Wow, big hit right there. A couple of them, yeah. We're laying some body down, that's for sure. Pettersson with it down low, trying to find somebody. He's going to bounce pass it off the boards to Myers. Back to Pettersson, to Besser down in the slot. He skates away. That pass, Errant all the way back over to Myers. Gets it to Hughes. Hughes gets wiped out. Nice hit right there. Into the middle. Back and forth. Gets stripped away. Another hit right there. Kelly's got it. Hughes with it now over to Carlson. Carlson over to Hughes. Hughes gets it to Horvat to Kelly. Kelly over the line. Finally get it into the zone. Here comes Myers down low. Horvat puts it off the side of the cage. There's a big hit by Mikoshin. That's going to get to McCann. McCann through the neutral zone. 2-on-2. Here we go. He cuts. Pulls up. Gets down low. Tries to drop it back. Vukacevic with a shot, and Demko's got that save. It's a nice little opportunity there for Vukacevic. Drop pass. Free skate. Nobody near him. Just skates right in, takes a shot, but Demko up to the challenge. That's a big hit right there by Mikoshin. All right, Horvat and McCann to take the draw. And it's going to get picked up by Vancouver. Kelly with it now. He's going to skate through the neutral zone and over the line. He takes it in, takes a shot. Easy save by Holtby. He's going to freeze that puck for a face-off in our defensive zone. Bjugstad and Lawton to take the draw now. Come on, Lawton, we need you to win this. Both fourth lines out there trying to get some rest for their top line guys. 6.5 minutes left to play. Here comes Vancouver. Big save there by Demko. Vancouver able to shut that down. Vukacevic again with another opportunity. Trying to find a way to put it in the net. All right, offensive face-off here for Lawton. He won the last one in the defensive zone. Can he win this one in the defense? Yeah, he won it in the defensive, lost it in the offensive. All right, Russell, he's going to go ahead and get a free look right down the wing. Takes it all the way down into the corner before coming up and taking a shot. Holtby able to stop that without too much trouble, and we're going to get another face-off with 6 minutes and 4 seconds left to play in this game. Still down by 1. California needs to find a way to generate some offense here late in this game. Looking for a draw win back on this for California. They're unable to do it. And that's going to get cycled around. Vancouver gives it away, though. And that's going to get it up to Sissons. Sissons takes it down low to the half boards. Vukacevic to Lawton. Lawton doesn't take the shot. Instead, Schultz is going to go ahead and take a shot. Ricochets off of a leg. Ends up at the half boards. And here comes Vancouver. Juho Levy getting whacked a little bit there. Gets to Bjugstad down low with an opportunity. Doesn't go. Forced back to Carlson now with it. He's going to skate through the neutral zone. Powers his way. Tries to pass it. Scandella picks that pass off. It's a terrible pass into the slot. Here comes Vancouver. Scandella down low. That was Horvat streaking, and won't be able to cover that puck up, not letting it behind him. And Bo Horvat streaking to the net right there, trying to get an easy goal. JT Miller and McCann going to go ahead and take the draw here. McCann going to get beat. Hit right there, and that's going to let the California Misfits try to come up with that puck. They eventually do not. Stripped away, though, by Gurionov, and he's able to come away. Here we go. Through the neutral zone with Gurionov over the line. He's going to take that down to the point. Drops it to the point. Karalate, he's going to take a shot that ends up about 50 feet from where it's supposed to be. That was terrible. Olsen drops it. Kulak, easy shot there. Wow, they're trying that same move every single time. Cirelli now, he's going to take it. Just dump it. Because, you know, with 4 minutes left to play, dumping the puck, that seems like a good idea. Here comes Vancouver after recovering that dump. Anderson, he picks up the dump. He's going to go ahead and go over to Cirelli. Cirelli drags it over the line and takes a shot. That's an easy save by Demko. He's able to get the rebound, though, and a shot right out front there. That was not a bad little opportunity there. Not a bad little opportunity there. He's able to get the rebound off of the wall, dumps it out front, and Demko's able to stop that puck. Nice little pickup right there. That's the kind of work we need. We need something like that here to score late. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left to play. Got to pull out all the stops now. Granlund to take the draw on Pettersson. Granlund's going to win it back. Nice. And that gets picked off. Here comes Vancouver. He's hit. But not before Vancouver recovers that puck. Besser, back to Myers. They're trying to set up a shot. Can't quite seem to get it done. Myers to Besser. That gets picked off by Forsberg. Forsberg's going to get hit, though, and can't do anything with it. That guy gets hit from behind. Hughes with a shot. That gets redirected out front, and they score. And that is going to do it. 3-1 for Vancouver late in this game. Bad defense down low, not boxing people out, not pushing them away. And Pettersson down low, easy goal for him. Bang, loose puck, 5-hole, not good at all. That was really poor. That was really poorly done. That was really poorly done by the Misfits. So we're in a real bad situation right now with 2.5 left to play, down by 2. Avo, what's he going to do with it? He's going to go ahead and send that up. They're going to dump it because, yeah, that makes sense. Myers, he's going to get that puck knocked away, but Vancouver comes away with it anyway. Kelly over the line with it. He drops it to Carlson. Carlson over to Hughes. Hughes with a shot down low. Lievo recovers. He gets that to Kyrou, passes it back to Lievo. They work it around to the other side. Galchenyuk with it now. He's going to try to get it into the slot, and that doesn't go anywhere. There we go. There's a big shot, big save. Nice little opportunity there. Koshin, Karolate all the way over. Just playing tic-tac-toe with it before somebody finally gets smoked. Here comes Vancouver. Down low, that doesn't go either. Kelly tries to get it out front. There's another big shot. That one goes wide. Kyrou to Mikoshin. Mikoshin dangles. And they've pulled the goalie. There's a shot down low. Nobody can get to that rebound. Mikoshin can't get the second shot off. Trying scrambling. And there's 3 players down right now. Jeez. 3 players hit the ice on 1 guy falling down. That's ridiculous. Just absolute comedy of errors out there. Not good. And that is going to do it down to the final 30 seconds there, even though this giveaway is going to result in a face-off. 26 seconds to score 2 goals is not going to happen. We're going to need to win we have to, in order to make this work, you'd have to win the face-off, score on the resulting win, and then somehow win the face-off at center ice, get it down the ice, and still score. And probably right around 15 to 17 seconds. That's not going to happen. Especially as they cycle the puck here and give it away with a pass to the slot that was ill-advised. And that is going to do it. Vancouver is going to walk away with this game. 16 seconds left to play. California Misfits get knocked out of the playoffs in round number 1 by Vancouver here. It is all over but the crying, which is about to begin here. Final face-off. That's going to get one back by the Misfits. Not that it matters much. Giveaway in the neutral zone. Wow, just all kinds of bad happening. Not well played. Not a well-played game. Not a well-played series. And the Misfits definitely need to find a way to do something to get better next year, that's for sure. And they're offsides. You can't even get onsides with less than a second left to play. Yeah, we need to potentially bring in some bigger names, try to find some room on this roster to make some better advancements. And that's going to do it. Vancouver wins. They're moving on to the semifinals. Misfits are going home. So a little taste of the playoffs. Again, Holtby doesn't come through for us. A little worried about that. A lot worried about that, actually. We'll have to see. We may have to find ourselves an elite goalie here in the draft if we can find one and get them growing quickly. If that is the case, we can always replace Holtby sooner rather than later, and that is definitely something we're going to have to be taking a look at because that is just not good enough for a playoff run. Not good enough at all. A little bit of life there. Granlund's going to be nice for the next few years. I think we've got our top 6 just about set. We need to get the bottom 6 sorted because I think the bottom 6 are a big detriment to us. And to be honest, our defense, our blue line needs to get better. It just needs to be better. All right, let's get out of here. All right, that is going to do it for the playoffs for us. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and sim to the draft just to show you what happens throughout the rest of the playoffs. We're going to go ahead and do this from the calendar by going to the 1st of June to see how things wrap up there. Or we'll go to the 1st of May first. Just kind of keep an eye on what's happening. All right, so it looks like things are going all right. Got Minnesota, Dallas, Vancouver, and Nashville. You've got the Rangers, Tampa Bay, Boston, and Toronto still in it. Everybody's kind of fighting for wins right now. AHL playoffs are complete. We're going to keep going. And it looks like Dallas and Vancouver. O'Gara's been injured. Head coach replaced the player. The Rangers and Toronto made the finals of their conferences. Chartier's been injured. Head coach replaces player. All right. And he's fully healed. Let me go ahead and fix this real fast. There we go. Looks like it's going to be Dallas and Toronto in the finals. Toronto with a 3-1 lead right now. Dallas back against the wall. Can they get it done? They win one game. Can they win another? That's the big question. Yeah, they force a Game 7, so 2 back-to-back wins for Dallas, forcing a Game 7. That's really interesting. Let's see how this goes. And there it is. Dallas comes back from elimination and is able to win against Toronto. Wow, how disappointing for Toronto. Colorado Eagles win the Calder Cup, led by some pretty good players down there in Colorado, like Steve Conn, who they had on the trading block. All right. We're going to go ahead and go down here to this date, the 21st. That's going to go ahead and show us the retired players, and it's going to show us Arizona winning the lottery, moving up 1 spot from the second. They're going to go ahead and get the first pick. Winnipeg, who was in third, is going to get the second pick, and then Chicago moves up 2 spots and gets the third pick. Montreal drops 3 spots and gets the fourth, and Ottawa drops 1 to get the fifth. Everybody else stays where they're at, and it looks like that is how we will roll it out. So, interesting. Arizona, Winnipeg, Chicago. All 3 of those are Western Conference teams. Don't know if I like that. They're getting the top 3 picks. The next one there is Vegas at 7. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. We're going to bounce out of there. We'll take a look at the hardware, and that will do it for this episode after that. Hardware for the year. Stanley Cup goes to the Dallas Stars. All right. Let's take a look at individual stats. McKinnon's going to win the Art Ross this year. Okay. Van Riemsdyk, he's going to win it. The Hart, that is. Norris is going to go to Gossett here. Matthews wins the Lady Byng. Calder's going to go to Frost. Conn Smythe goes to Sagan. The Vezina is going to go to Bobrovsky. Second year in a row for Bobrovsky winning the Vezina. Dubnik's going to win the Jennings. Masterson picks up, or Dylan picks up the Masterson. Nicholas is going to win the Jack Adams. The New York Rangers made it all the way to the Western or the Eastern Conference Finals. He's going to win the Jack Adams this year. Selke goes to O'Reilly for the second year in a row. Ted Lindsay is going to go to Van Riemsdyk. And the Richard is going to go to Ovechkin again because that guy's a monster. All right, so there you go. There are the hardware for this year. No hardware for us. No hardware for any of our viewer-created players. And that is the situation. So the next episode will be the draft. I'm going to go through and take a look at what's available, try to come up with a plan, and get through the draft. We'll get through the offseason, and we'll get to free agency. We may or may not take a look at free agency, see if you guys want to weigh in on who we might pick up in free agency. If it looks like there's no-brainers, I might do that. If it looks like there's nobody left, we might just skip through it and get right to next season. So definitely check out the next episode to see all of the off-season action here for the California Misfits. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you like this episode, please give it a thumbs up, hit that like button, and if you want to see more episodes, you can always subscribe and turn your notification bell on so that you know every single time we put up a brand new episode. If you want to see us live on Twitch, you can do that every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You can check us out at The Final Night Errant on twitch.tv. All right, we'll see you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.